I don't know. Oh, is the video still on or?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
Okay. Oop, just a minute. Do you want to see me? Okay. So is this what did you want to talk on the phone or talk on Skype phone?
I'm recording the video here. I'm going to try to use it for.
Okay, just a minute. I can't. The audio. Okay, let's see. Why is it not coming in? Okay, so is this what you want right here?
I still can't see you.
Okay, so you want to see me?
Yeah, I want to be able to see.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, there you go.
All right, there we go. Okay.
Man, my hair's all.
Okay, so just a couple kind of quick questions for you. Off the top here, Jacob, why do you want to run for Minot City Council?
I want to run because the things that I found in my research, the areas that need improvement don't seem to have there's a lot of negative things. There's a lot of problems that can be solved with very little money. And this is what we're going to be running into is a tighter budget with more of a bus cycle for right now with the oil. Also, there's so many great things that could be done that I just don't see where I see big projects coming. And I look at more of a grassroots neighborhood approach. And so I found a lot of interesting information. Like I said, I'm sort of like a doctor of communities. And my findings, it looks as if it's going to be very difficult to get them, have them come to fruition unless there's someone like me or me in the committee. Also, I'm 100% against the Make Minot proposition. That's what really got me. Nowhere in human history has reducing the number of voices increased democracy. It does not happen. If I don't win and Make Minot loses, I'll call that a victory in a way. The idea of taking wards and, these 7 wards and 14 aldermen and eliminating it to an at-large only will increase the power of the few and silence the voices of the many. Their arguments are unfounded. They're slight, saying, well, it'll get more, what if there's 2 people in one ward and they both want to work hard for it? It's ridiculous. There's been many cities where this has happened, and all it has done is put the power into, let's say, the real estate market or whatever. It would be impossible for me to run for city council or someone like me who only gets paid, about $50,000 a year to actually have a campaign to run for city council, to have their voice heard. What will happen is you'll have 5 or 6 people, and so the big, Chamber of Commerce, they'll pick out the 4 or 5 pretty faces they want on there. They'll throw $500,000 at it, and then they'll win. And the little guy has no chance. Also, one of the reasons I live in Ward 1, I still have, residents there, although during the summer a professor travels. This is what we do. Yeah. So I'm in Ward 1 and we don't have a grocery store. We don't have a pharmacy. And so we have a lack without even, if we got rid of the wards, it would be even worse. The gentleman who proposed it, I proposed this question and he didn't really answer it. If state representatives in North Dakota, let's get rid of all the precincts for state representatives and have a whole at large, where do you think the representatives are going to come from? They're going to come from Fargo. They're going to come from West Fargo. They're going to come from, Bismarck. They're not going to come from the country folk, the poor areas. It's going to be a lot of power in a little hands instead of a lot of power in a lot of hands. What they say is there's an apathy, they say. And they're giving up on Minot. They're saying this system doesn't work. There's apathy. You know how you get people excited? You come up with great ideas. You don't change the rules of the game. You get better players. You get excited. You get a better coach. You get people fired up for things. And I have some really good ideas that I think can do that instead of throwing the whole thing out.
Okay, I guess my last question for you, and then I'll let you go, is what's like a big concern that some of the other residents in Ward 1 have told you about? And also, what's something that you want to bring to the table if you were to get elected?
Yeah. Oh, number one, safety. Crime and vehicular speeds going too fast. The idea that Ward 1 has been left by itself. The every single person I spoke to, almost every, I won't say 100%, said that feeling that they're not safe, feeling there's crime, feeling like their children can't go and play out in the, not in the street, but they do, but the whole idea of cars going too fast, the train noises being too loud, safety, no grocery store, a feeling of being left behind. And some of the things I want to propose are, number one, dealing with the core issue, and that's drugs. Drugs is the core issue to the crime that's going on now. I've talked to many people in the state's attorney's office and the police department, and they say it's drugs, drugs, drugs. So what we have to do is focus on eliminating that. And one of the easy ways of doing that is to have some sort of treatment centers, and not in town. They don't have to be in the town. We can get federal funds, we can get state funds for having a out of the way treatment area, so people who go there don't feel like, oh, I see that guy's car in there, so they must be on drugs. Also, I would like a stop and frisk policy. And meaning that if the police ID someone as being a potential problem or they know have done crimes, but they just don't, we're handcuffing the police. We got to let them get out and do their job. Also, much more of a unified neighborhood watch system. There's many ideas that I have for that. And also the de-emphasis of going after people who possess marijuana, making it a misdemeanor ticketed offense so that we can get after the big problem, which is heroin and meth. That's what's causing this crime. That's what caused a murder 3 blocks away from where I live. It used to be, people think, I can't lock my door anymore because the illusion of there's crime. It's no illusion when someone's getting shot right over, within your view line. They had a big meth bust just across the street from me, and this is not good. This can't be done. So I have 14 points which I can send to you and make available. 7 of which are building on the assets of the community, and 7 of which will start taking down the negative qualities of Ward 1 and Minot in general.
Okay. If I give you my email, can you email I'll message you on Facebook, my email, and can you email that to me?
Oh yeah, no problem. I'll do that right as I get checked in.
So my plan here is basically I'll probably have something for we're getting close to showtime, so I'll probably have a little something on the election for 6, but then I'll probably have something else for 10. I'm trying to be as fair to you and Larry and Shannon as possible. You know what I mean? Yeah. To get all your takes on things because you all bring really different aspects to the table. I mean, there's Larry, who's been with the city for more than 30 years, has seen a lot of things. Shannon has Make Minot, which you obviously disagree with, but he's bringing his own angle to this. And then you have your perspective of this. I guess another question I do have for you is, why should the voters pick you over Larry, who has the experience, and over Shannon?
Here's one thing. I've noticed that when you go on vacation and you come back to your hometown, you see it differently. You see some things that you wouldn't have seen if you were there the whole time. So what I bring is a person who wasn't in Minot, now is in Minot, and sees things that residents may not see. It brings new eyes to the situation. Plus, I've researched numerous communities. I have a PhD in basically community development. So I have the scholastic and the experience of seeing how other communities have looked at their problems and fixed them. So I see where there are solutions, and I see how Minot can really, really grow and build and be stronger with me as a city council person, with my experience looking at all these other communities, and also a 4-year resident there. Spoke to many people, and I love the city so much.
All right, well put. I tell you what, I'll let you go on that point. And if I have any other questions, how should I get in touch with you?
Just I would say the email or Facebook would probably be easiest because that seems to still that seems to be the
Yeah.
thing that even with the weakest signal
Yeah.
comes through.
Okay.
So yeah, just yeah, Facebook Messenger would be fine. And
Okay.
once I get my stuff into my room here, then I'll be able to I'll send you the
Okay.
14 points and all that stuff.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.